What's going on, everyone? So, we are getting a K-pop meets horror film. It's going to be a horror slasher. It's called Perfect Girl. Jion Sama, Arden Chow, and Adeline Rudolph, I probably butchered those names, will star in a K-pop slasher horror film, Perfect Girl. Described as Scream meets Black Swan. Follows a newly formed K-pop band that a talented and mysterious new girl joins, but soon other girls begin to be hunted and attacked. So, this is something that I actually think one is probably going to be super popular and make a ton of money because of how big, popular, and successful K-pop is right now. Just the market is just massive, and now you're taking that and adding it to the horror base. I think the potential in the sky is really the limit for this film. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this film makes like insane money. Because again, the K-pop scene is just so big. I mean, look at like, what is it? K-pop Demon Hunters and stuff like that. Like that was so successful for Netflix. They had to actually go and release it in theaters and do sing-alongs and all. I mean, it's huge right now. So really excited to kind of see how this film plays out. I mean, anytime I can get a good new creative slasher, I'm all for it. And the idea of like Scream meets, which every slasher, new slasher, everything that comes out, it's like Scream meets this. It's like, Scream meets Bambi. And it's like, all right. So, the fact that they're saying, Scream meets Black Swan, I think is kind of interesting, right? Obviously, the Scream element is that slasher whodunit mystery with a mass killer that's running around taking people out. And this appears to be kind of a K-pop group, a K-pop band that is being created. And then, it starts getting picked off one by one. And I'm sure, it'll start with like the tour managers and, it'll start with the, guests or whatever. And I'm sure that the possibility for at least like the body element of it and like bodies dropping like flies is pretty high, right? Because I mean, you could have fans, you could have like a whole like, like a meet and greet room, and there's like a bunch of fans in there waiting, and they just like the band comes in and they're all like dead. Like you could do some fun creative stuff in that regard. But this film, again, according to what the report is that came out, is Scream meets Black Swan. For those that don't know or aren't familiar with Black Swan, because it is a bit of an older movie. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely should watch it. Stars Mila Kunis, as well as Natalie Portman, right? Yeah, it's Natalie Portman. Basically, Black Swan is essentially, in a nutshell, it's, this ballerina who, ends up kind of, doing this big show, and you have Mila Kunis, who is kind of like this stalker almost kind of, and it's this like psychological horror drama type of thing where, Mila Kunis is like the competitor that's supposed to take in for the role of the like White Swan. And yeah, it's just like this like rivalry thing. So my guess is that this will be a slasher whodunit where it's somebody that maybe is obsessed with the lead singer or wants to be the face or the lead of the band. Right? Like I could see something, again, I don't know, but my guess, just if it's being labeled as like Scream meets Black Swan, my guess is that it's like either an obsession route where it's like some crazed fan or somebody on the tour that's like obsessed with the main singer or the main girl or something. Or it's a jealousy thing where that's basically what this was, where, Mila Kunis' character's trying to like manipulate, control, and, seduce in a lot of ways and just kind of break Natalie Portman's character. So to me, that's kind of what I could see something similar. Like, if you've seen the movie Black Swan, imagine Black Swan with a psycho killer element to it. Like that could be kind of interesting. I haven't watched Black Swan in probably since it came out. But I do think that there is that potential of like, hey, you have this K-pop group, somebody in the group or outside of the group has this obsession or maybe somebody got cut and this new girl came in to take over, and so that person, it's like a revenge or jealousy factor, or it's like an obsessed thing where like maybe the tour manager is just like super obsessed with the main girl and just like, oh, you should be solo. You don't need the group, you don't need the band, you should be solo, right? Like you could be the next main star. So but like I said, like with all of the just, I mean, again, the attention and audience and just the everything that is K-pop right now. I mean, it's massive, 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 massive. And like you see in all these shows and all these, animated things like the K-pop. I mean, my kids are still walking around the house all day singing those songs. So it's you have this like huge kind of wave that's going on right now. And I mean, K-pop's been pretty big for a while, right? I mean, I'm not like super familiar with it, but like, isn't what like BTS, I think is their name, right? And then I know Blackpink, like there's a couple, I have a couple friends, a couple family members, my kids are into it. So I just kind of pick up where they're, playing stuff in the background. I'm like, oh, who's this? And they'll be like, oh, this is this band. So, but it's awesome to see kind of like this wave. And it would make sense to kind of implement the horror elements into it to kind of make it a more like get into the hype, get into kind of what is K-pop, and then you've seen like what they've been able to do with like the animation side of things, and you add in now a slasher with the ghost face and or not ghost face, but a mask killer that's running around just causing havoc and tearing through folks with like this psychological like drama element. So if it's like I said, if it's anything like a Black Swan meets Scream, and it really is kind of that kind of thing, I think that'd be fantastic, because I just think you could do a lot. And from my recollection of Black Swan, like I said, I haven't really seen that movie in years, but from my recollection of Black Swan, I really do think that if you added like a slasher horror element to it, to where people are bodies are dropping all over the place, and you got some mass killer or something that's taking people out, and it's like the show must go on type thing, I think you could have some kind of creative scenes and moments and whatnot. But just saw this and I thought that this was kind of cool, kind of interesting, and of course, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel with your thoughts? Is this something that you would love to see, that you'd be excited for? Is this something that you're like, no, it's not your cup of tea? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.